This is part 2 of my Grand Teton National Park video. Part 1 is in the link above or in the description. After the raft trip, we stopped in for a mediocre pizza at Dorman's Ranch and ventured further into the park following Teton Park Road. If you look at the map, the visitor center is right in the flight path of Jackson Airport.
Cars in the video, so walk across the street. And you can walk across the street anyway, so you could do your arm thing.
1:17 p.m., 87,403 on the odometer, 4609.7 on the trip. Heading in towards Jenny Lake Lodge, one-way road. Oh, he's trying to get in. To Jenny Lake Lodge in Grand Teton National Park. And as soon as I pull out the roadway, a minivan magically appears behind me. It's Mount Moran? We stopped at Jenny Lake. We would revisit it the next day. Jenny Lake Lodge. People walking. We took the drive up Signal Mountain. It provides a wonderful view of Jackson Hole on one side and Jackson Lake on the other. It's 1:54? 1:54 p.m. Mountain Time, 87,416 on the Odo, 4622.3 on the trip. Heading up to the Signal Mountain summit. And all we need is a moose or a bear to cross in front of us. Oh, well, instead we get a town and country or a caravan. This is Jackson Hole.
So we're
A hole is the local slang for a flat valley between mountain ranges. For instance, on the other side of the Tetons is Pierre's Hole. There's a cell tower on the top, appropriate on someplace called Signal Mountain. Yeah, let's see, it's 2:34, 87,422 on the Odo, 4628.1 on the trip. Going down Signal Mountain Road toward Jackson Marina in Grand Teton National Park. On the way back to the lodge, we encountered something all too common in parks like this. An animal jam. Well, in this case, a bear jam. And a bear jam. A bear jam. A bear jam.
Can't get it.
Yeah, it's a black bear.
The end of that video.
Hmm? We've been seeing lightning, so I started taping. Come on! I assume I turn left out of here.
Yes, I think so.
Well, come on! Well, let's see, it's 304, 87,430 on the Odo, 4632.2 on the trip odometer. Just went through a bear jam, now it's screaming like a...
Nah, it's not raining that hard yet.
But I guess I'm not going to get no lightning.
No, sorry.
As long as you want it and you got the video camera on, you ain't going to get none. Turn off the video camera and you'll probably get struck by it. We went back to the lodge and grabbed some food and turned in early. It would be another long day tomorrow. Oh well. Welcome to Jackson Lake Lodge. Since we were in a normal room, we didn't see the Tetons until we were on our way to Jenny Lake. It was actually a pretty amazing sight. Alright, let's see, it's 8:02 a.m., 87,431 on the Odo, 4637.5 on the trip. And it's another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Wow.
We think it's gonna stay that way? We don't have a view of these mountains though. Rainy Lake is more of those.
We stopped at Jackson Lake Dam. We learned the day before that due to a tremendous snowpack, Jackson Lake was full for the first time in years. That meant that a pretty good amount of water was being released into the Snake River.
They may be eating the bugs on the surface.
On the Odo, 4644.8 on the trip. This is the Mount Moran Scenic Turnout, and there's our little passenger.
You get some clouds here at Mount Moran, but not like you did before.
Yeah. We took the ferry across Jenny Lake.
It's funnier in case you can't on you once. Yeah. Did you know you're the planet?
we took the trail to Hidden Falls. Then we decided to do the trail up to Inspiration Point.
Those are all those little things you find squashed down the road.
Entrance?
What?
Who are these guys? Yeah, it's just a short walk up there. Yeah. I couldn't make it on the top of one of these rocks.
I admit I have an irrational fear of heights. It makes no sense, and internally I know it's perfectly safe. But we tried the trail up to Inspiration Point anyway. I mean, it only climbs 550 feet. The height of a 55-story building for us urban types. Easy, right?
Well, it's inspiring enough to me.
But you're not getting the lake in behind you, are you?
Sure I am.
Oh, big stretch.
But I failed. Just about here, about 50 feet short. Looking at the video, I'm pretty sure I could do it now, but that's a pretty easy thing to say sitting in front of a computer editing video. But Joe went up and took the picture. After recrossing Jenny Lake, we headed back down south and had lunch at Dornan's again, because food is only at selected places, and then headed up to the Snake River Overlook, close to where Ansel Adams took his iconic picture.
Okay, well, let's see. It is 1:30, 87,466 on the odometer.
4672.9 on the trip. We're going northbound in 89, just touring around Grand Teton. Heading for the Cunningham Ranch and then Coulter Bay. We stopped by Cunningham Cabin. Between 1888 and 1890, the Flying U Ranch was established by J. Pierce Cunningham and his wife Margaret. This extravagant two-room cabin with a carport is one of the best remaining homesteads in Jackson Hole. We had stopped here in 1998, but we had that low-hanging cloud problem. The weather was much nicer in 2006. Have to admit, they had a heck of a view. Room with a view.
So you want to try that with my camera?
Hello.
Hello.
She takes pictures of.
Then we headed further north to visit the Coulter Bay Museum.
That's probably Signal Mountain. Though it looks more like a hill in front of it.
7593.
Really? That was higher than Inspiration Point?
No, come here, just trust me. Oh, okay, I got it now. They're gone again. No, I have pink.
Highly like it's going to rain on you.
3 o'clock, 87.486, 4692.5 on the Odo. Just tooling around Grand Teton in the rain.
With the sun shining.
With the sun shining, a sun shower.
Were you really parking?
We stopped at the lodge and had dinner in the mural room. Then we drove to a couple of known wildlife spots, but the best we could do was this beaver, and I think this guy was a paid actor.
Oh, I see it.
We drove back to the lodge and watched the sunset from the deck in the back. I capped the night off with the Jamesons in a plastic cup, because rules.
He's shaking his head, and there it goes further. Okay, you zoomed out.
The next morning, we headed north up US 89 for Yellowstone. We stopped by the Jackson Lake Lookout. In 1998, the lake was full, In 2001, the lake was empty. And in 2006, the lake was full again. We also had a
Right.
coyote escort us out of the park.
How are you?
Can you snap a picture at the same time? No, he's walking too fast. Get hit by a car.
Alright, let's see. It's 8:32 Mountain Time, 87,507 on the odometer, 47, 13.9 on the trip. Heading toward Yellowstone, heading northbound on US 89 toward Yellowstone National Park.
August 6th.
Sunday, August 6th. Well,
After a close-up encounter with a coyote.
see, we need to do that with the moose. Have it walking around along the road and have me just be able to. The John D. Rockefeller Memorial Parkway is the connector between Grand Teton and Yellowstone. It's also where this video ends. 87,512 on the Odo. Still going northbound in 89. This is still the John D. Rockefeller Memorial Parkway.
I wonder how old these trees are. 10 years old, maybe?
Could be.